Alright, hello everybody. We are back with some more Temtem. And I don't really have anything special planned today. Just kind of hanging out, playing some more of my, well, the more Rhoulder Cycrox, but I don't have anything in mind for exactly how to improve it. During my channel update stream, I did make a few edits, and this is kind of what it turned into. And so I tried playing this. It felt alright. I still think it could be better. We still lose to like stall teams and even probably aggro teams as well. I was kind of wondering if you could just drop these six and then turn it into a more aggressive team somehow or another. But it's just really weird to have two slow tems with a team full of fast tems. It's a lot better to put like two fast tems on a team of slow tems because then they can be finishers. So that stuff like Saipat and Aohi are really good for that. Billy, hello, welcome. Um, Maybe I'll just warm up with a couple games with the team like this and see how it goes. Picked up another Rhoulder radar. I had the feathers to do it, and now we gotta get some wins so I can be able to buy another. P-Palms, hey, what's up? Click on the radar, thanks, I'll need it. These things don't come super cheap, but I'm glad PvP gives quite a few feathers. makes my job a lot easier. Uh, get a Rhoulder radar on your ult to a radar box. Oh, that's awesome. I've never bought a radar box. It seems like so many people have good odds with it, but maybe that's just because every time they get good odds, they'll talk about it, and every time you get like a Adaru radar or a Scarawat radar, they just be like, oh, well, this sucks. I'd rather just spend the feathers and guaranteed get what I need. Not too bad for a Q. Don't talk about how many times you got the 40 feather boxes. Yeah. You'd think it would balance out eventually. Forgot to put Rage on the Bastion. I remember I was going to do that after last stream. Oh well. Ooh, I don't have enough speed on my Bastion to knock out the Orphill in one hit. Well, I have enough damage to take it out. I think I don't have enough speed. That's the problem. The thing would just nuke me for my entire health bar. I think I'm gonna ban Momo because I don't have any mentals. I was considering adding Sanby to the team somewhere, but I'd probably have to drop Broccolum for it or Obi. The support Obi offers is kind of okay. The support Obi offers is that it always gets a red X over it. I think it's the most commonly banned Tem now that I removed Chromion. I don't think even Chromion was banned that often. Most of the time people ban the Cycrox instead. We're going to pick Tuvine to try and threaten out the Orphill. And if he forces the Orphill pick, I'll have an advantage on it. It also punishes him for leading Oshiara. I know he loves Flood Oshiara, and I can punish it that way. With Determined getting less value. One thing that I did forget to mention is that Suki got back to me, and I am allowed to use the Temtem soundtrack in my videos. So next time I do an informational Temtem video, I will have that in the background, as long as I can remember. So, YouTube watchers rejoice. Only I guess he just picked Owlhe because neither of us really. I don't have anything great to hit Alhi except Cycrox, but one of the only things that Alhi does great against is Cycrox. I guess it kind of prevents my Earths from roaming free as well. That's very interesting. I wonder if he knows that I don't have. If he knows that I don't have rock or stone ball on my Rhoulder. He might. His Alhi might be faster than his Inky as well. I'm gonna leave his two waters up because Cycrox is immune to water. Garunder can hit waters pretty hard, and Brocklum also kind of walls waters, so big update there. Yeah, be really nice. They said I had to make sure it's like the original version, like use it from the files, but like, oh, rip, there goes the Cycrox. I have to ban the Orphill. Sorry, team's too slow. It gets too much value. Uh, they have to say I have to use the originals, but I can like on Spotify they're all available. So I and they're from the composer as well. I don't know his name offhand. Damian Sanchez. So it's like I assume they're the real thing. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. It took too long to make that decision. I'm picking Broccolum for sure. I guess Mashuk gets a lot of value this game. Stupid broken Tem. You won't even need to turbo against me. I think I'm gonna leave Mastion here. Because Mastion's just a dead Tem against waters. It's not great against Mashuk or Anki either. Because I'm not speed invested in it. Even if I had 190 speed, which is the normal Mastion breakpoint I hit, I'd still get outsped by a max speed Anki using T-Strike. And one shot. And one shot for that matter. Heli kick, break the evasion, and chip down my 2-Vine, probably. Maybe he'll just trade Inky for 2-Vine. The T-Strike plus Helicopter makes my 2-Vine pretty much useless. And if he brings in Oshiara on the death swap, then I can't stop Tsunami. Tsunami Oshi into the Gario slot. I have nothing against that. I guess I have Broccolum, so that's a complete lie. But he can't freely swap into Geist because I could have CPG'd his Inky. He does save the Inky and bring in the Oshiara. Dang it. Gario doesn't survive an Oshi. An Oshi Serbatios. That doesn't seem like a very speedy Alhi. It's probably pretty bulky. You get the XD for 24 hours. That's awesome. That's the best emote. Well, it's the one I use the most often. But that's just because I'm an XD spammer. We're gonna double swap, and I'm gonna hope that he doesn't Oshi the 2-Vine slot. He'll probably just Heli Kick again. Work. See, I can't even think of when I'd actually use that emote. It's kind of funny, but I'm not sure when I would ever click it. This is the exact type of team that Teagles just eats up. He really punishes the slow, bulky players. He has tools to beat the faster ones too, like speed control and such, but his team's really designed to beat the slow, bulky ones. So I feel like I always run into him when I'm running a slow, bulky team. So unfortunate. I have had other matchups where I just insta-win into him though. Just basic spam. Fair enough. I don't spend too much time in Twitch chats sending normal Twitch messages or anything. I usually try to have just conversations, so. And I just love sarcastic comments, so I'll just put some silly thing and then the XD after it. Like, if Oshiara stays in against double resist, right? Owlie's the one that's swapping for the Mashuk, 100%. Mom's lunch, interesting. Rhoulder kind of sucks this game. I didn't even realize how well he covers his Earth weakness. He's got 4 things that hit Earth here, and then 1 4x Earth weak. Mom's Lunch Mashuk is new. I think I can basically put on any item. Mashuk is probably the biggest problem on his team. That's why I saved 2 Vine earlier. I feel like it's always first aid kit. I think a lot of top players run first aid kit, so that's probably why. He's forced to double into Garender here. Otherwise I just kill the guys with Paizo. Do I need Garender? No. No, I don't. I didn't even think about the guy's counter completely walls Rhoulder. I think he just wins off this board. He actually went for the beta burst on the Broccolem. Dang, if I swapped Broccolem, I probably would have won. Oh, maybe not, but it certainly isn't too bad for me. I stand corrected. I have nothing to kill Oshiara. Let's see, Broccolem special defense 191. Broccolem has more health, so I have to save Brock to try and take something from Oshiara later on. Look like I sound? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think there's... Very wholesome, I see. Oh, yes. Now I can unironically say thank you. Friend-shaped. I also have a friend-shaped pig in the back that some of you have noticed. I got the thing from some online. Someone was selling it in a thrift store online, and I was able to pick it up for Christmas. Best Christmas gift I could ask for. Oshiara probably comes in for the Inky, and I just die. Well, no, because then Mashuk might go down. He probably just T-strike heli kicks one of the slots. Probably the Rhoulder. But the Rhoulder he can kill easier with Mashuk. But he still goes for the Rhoulder anyways. Completely confident that I will not be clicking CPG on his Inky. I'm trying to think. I'm actually not in too bad of a position here. But I think he swaps in Oshiara and then Bright Beams on Inky. I think that's the gamble I'm going to take. And I'm using Rockfall for the chip on Oshiara. It could come in handy. It could definitely come in handy. I put it in Plague range instead of Resin Trap range. Yeah, the physical Inky is not very good. No, special Inky just has so many better options. It's definitely the play. I think physical Inky is close to being good. Maybe if we get a slingshot buff for Sparkling Bullet, we could see more special Inky or physical Inky. But special offers much more turn 1 pressure, which is extremely valuable. I get the turbine off, dang. I was almost gonna peck thinking that I'd definitely get outsped. Marco, hello, welcome. Yeah, no way that Brocklum survives anything, even resisted. It's a +2 Oshiara. It's just tough. Unless it's just like a 0 speed Oshiara. Even no, I still get outsped by a 0 speed Oshiara. Come on, live, 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 live. Yes! Wow, I didn't think we had any chance there. So we had Serbatio's Tsunami. I know he has Flood, and he probably has Water Blade. So he actually didn't have any stronger options. He really could have clicked. He could have gone for Water Blade. It has like 5 more BP. And, oh, Blizzard's your last move? So no Water Blade even. You just have the Flood for the speed control, or did you drop the Flood too? GG's though. I really thought you had me there. Just speed control, gotcha. Oh. Oops, we completed the event, guys. Got wrecked on too many swap turns. Yeah, I had the entire game banking on you swapping to Oshiara and then bright beaming on Inky. If you killed something with Inky, I didn't. No, I didn't have anything left. Hello, Millie. Sorry to ruin your double Marathonist stream. I think Marathonist is a cool trait, but evasion is such a strong status that it's hard to it's a tough trade-off to make. Camouflage is just ridiculous and free evasion every single game. Like always autonomy. Like you can't pass it up. You should have kept it in turn 1 to control a 2 vine. Thought I'd try and preserve it and call your stay in. I was kind of wondering if you would sack the Inky or not. Because I didn't realize actually until later on that I had 2 Earths and you had like 4 things that just ruin Earths. And the only thing I needed Earths for was your Inky. So if I killed Inky, I would have had 2 dead slots. So yeah, that definitely would have been the play. Only thing you were worried about was 2-vine dodging it. Yeah, because if I did swap to like Rhoulder or something, that would have been really good for me if I picked up a kill. Which, had I been paying attention, that probably would have been the best play for me. And I would have only had to be afraid of you swapping an OCR, which is what you chose anyways, so it was kind of just a 50-50. Did I queue up again? I always forget. Lost all 3. Sometimes it'd be like that. I've played against you quite a few times though, so I do kind of know how you play. Yeah, I forgot to queue up. I was too distracted by getting promoted. Back up to Diamond 3. We'll get to Legend eventually. Thought you knew I said. I definitely thought about it, but it was not the play that I thought you'd go for in that position. Habitual Inky Sacker. So you're an Inky murderer, is what I'm hearing. You may not be the one actually doing the deed, just deleting the Inky, but literally just leaving it there to die is the same thing. Just your own other Inkies get revenge on you? Ah, I see. Alright, Obi getting its perfect value again. I don't really know why people ban it on this variation of the team. I guess people just don't like speed. I've got a few things to do with Amphitheater. Drakash. I don't have any mentals, and I've only got the 1 Digi. I'm gonna ban. I know I just said I don't need to ban the Amphitheater, but honestly, I just really don't like Amphitheater. Its typing is so good, and you're always getting outsped, so it's guaranteed to get value. So I just like to take it out. Because it's faster than you. Exactly, yeah, it's kind of the same way. But this team, it's like I'm getting outsped by everything, so it's just kind of like, is that why I'm banning it? But it walls Gario. It can threaten Rhoulder and Cycrox. I pick Garunder. What does he have to counter Garunder? Drakash and Valash. I almost picked Gario there because it would have been relatively safe. Because Volrend would have to be very highly speed invested, or Volfi has to be very low speed invested for Volrend to break the evasion and then the plague to go off. But I decided against it. Now I ban the Scunch, predicting a very likely Cycrox ban had I not done that. Now we see the Gario ban, which was still good for me and not something I wanted banned. You wouldn't ban this toad here? Yeah. See the rare venomous claws into plague. Yeah, not. I mean, venomous claws is kind of interchangeable nowadays with T Plume. I see them about equally. There is one crystal on this team, so maybe it's T Plume. Uh, but I think the bigger surprise would be for an anaerobic Volarend to have more speed than this Volphy. It looks like a fairly aggressive team, but you do have something slow like Garunder and probably a Wrenching Massage Scunch to pair with it. Alright, Brockum's probably going to give me more value this game. We're going to double into the Volphy, I think. Because with Volphy gone, Garunder has a lot more room to work. And I don't particularly need Mastion around. Thipat walls it, Garunder hurts it bad. It's good against Drakash. Volphy is a neutral matchup, and Volarend is also kind of like... He could swap Volphy for Garunder, or for... No. He could swap it for Drakash right now. It'd be a complete, like, maniac play, but it would have worked there, because he would have got the resist on Nox Bomb and Lava Wave, and he would have got Dust Vortex up, so... Alright, I died. I died of the next plague. You'd probably call Arrow on this team. Wouldn't know though since you would have banned it. Yeah, Volarend's typing is cracked. That seems like a really squishy Volphy though. It's a high attack invested Mastion with Fire Chip and War Drum, but the Garunder isn't even max attack and only has War Drum, so that's definitely a squishy Volphy. Probably like less than 300 TVs in bulk. That's a really good pickup to get there. Now Garunder's not immediately threatened by anything. And Drakash is not free to come in, because Mastion can get a Water Blade off, unless we do see the V-Claws. Could very well be the case. But then Volarend is forced to stay in and eat that's probably going to be the case. It's forced to stay in and eat my defib. Which I'm going to click defib on it, just because, like, even if it does swap for his own Garunder, and swap... He might be baiting the Cypat swap in. I'm not gonna risk it. That's an anaerobic Volarend with HKS. We were talking about Venomous Claws and T-Plume. Now that was not on the list. That was not on the list. Iron Coating Mud Shower Drakash. It does over half. It's a really squishy Volarend too. Alright. It was fan too. Oh dang. I'm baiting that I have Stone Ball and the Drakash will swap, so I maybe get a hit onto something else that would come in to resist it, like potentially the Cypat. But I mean, the Paizo onto the Drakash, it's not going to go off if he attacks me anyways. I even died to Sandstorm here for reference, because it has the same VP as Mud Shower. Well, one rockfall probably won't kill Drakash, so if I can get the Synergy Piezo chip, that would probably be enough to put it in range. Nice! He actually took the bait! Oh, that's huge! Why? You can't do that, though. Like, Rhoulder's not threatened out here at all. Yeah, I just win the game now. You may have got me with your hyperkinetic, but I baited you into a bad swap. Closed info for the win. People have scars from the Rhoulder meta. The fact that I'm not running a turn 1 Earth move on Rhoulder is just crazy. If you ask most people, I'm sure. I mean, I'll try for the beef up. It doesn't particularly matter if I get it off or not, which I won't because there's the Trakash. And he can finish off my Grinder from this health. It shouldn't really matter, though. He has no way to take out my Rhoulder anymore. You're leading Inky every game now. It gets so much value. As a squishy Drakash. Hey, Inky's just type charts crazy. Oh, just against my Rhoulder? Oh. Hey, well, how many games am I going to lead with Rhoulder, though? Not many. Not many. Alright. Do I have Tardy Rush? No, not yet. We swap in Cycrox just for fun, and then we Earthbreaker the Garunder. I'm +2, even burned, it'll kill. I guess an Inky Forcer if you ban Gario. Yeah, I have, like, Broccolum. He's putting up a good fight, considering. Just don't ban Orphill. I banned in the second. I let it through the first time. Couldn't let it through again, though, because you just killed 2 Vine, and I'm even more doomed. I've only got the 1 wind in a wind-heavy meta, or in the toxic-heavy meta. It's dangerous. It's still the choice I make, but definitely dangerous. Alright. I just realized I forgot to ping spectators in the league Discord. So while we're finishing out this game, I'm going to do that, just in case anyone wants some free content. So excuse me while I ignore you guys momentarily. I'm a good streamer, right? Every good streamer ignores their viewers every once in a while. Alright. I did see you added something extra in the craft your patch competition, though. Gears do also count as new if they require newly coded effects. No! Prize Steam code allotment now based on new effects that would not count as new for rule enforcement. I'll have to read through that later. GG's tote. SIPAT swap spelled your doom. Nothing major. Well, it's still like I have to figure out what's all new and not, because I ended up I tried to keep it limited how many new things I had, but I think I ended up going over the limit, so I probably got to change some stuff around. Rules impossible to appropriately describe. I imagine so. Because it's like I have 3 new moves. None of them do anything crazy at all, but they require animations, which I know at some point you mentioned would count as new. And I've got 4 new traits, but only one of them probably requires anything that's really new. The other ones are kind of just other mechanics, just in a different flavor. And then I did completely rework Mom's Lunch, so that would be new 100%. Kramer will laugh at us if we ask for too many animations. That's the one thing I asked for. I think I only sent one message in the balance wish list, and it was, please give us more moves that aren't Crystal Tail exclusives for physical Xenareth. I don't know if that first part was worded exactly like that, but that it was implied. Aches, hello, welcome. You're here right at the start, so we still got a while left. And Warwick, hello to you as well. We indeed have started 2-0. We've been on the right side of the coin flips today. More moves, monkey's paw curls. Enjoy your tail. Yeah. I hope. I don't know. Just I hope it costs 60 stamina and it's designed purely to proc wrecked farewell. I would be more than overjoyed. I would just like it would be awful, but the fact that they spent time to make a meme move would just it would definitely put a smile, like a genuine smile on my face. I would love it. I would love it. I think wrecked farewell is such a fun trait, but at least it definitely used to be. It's still pretty cool, but pulling it off is tough. At least with the self knockout. Been hunting this 5 out of 5 course for an hour and a half. Ugh. You trying to get like an ETC, just farm for money that way? I haven't fished in a while. Last time I fished, it was when I was trying to. I finished like every weekly I could have done on stream. I had Cy Park. I didn't have enough feathers for radars. It's like, all right, we'll fish. And I got it in like 2 casts. Absolutely nuts. Like the 5 out of 5 in 2 casts. 4 new traits in 1.6. No. We don't have anything official for 1.6 yet. Besides two new moves. We know that there's going to be a third as well. We just don't know what it's going to be. The first 2, one of them is an exclusive physical move for Xenareth. And it's 60 something. We don't know if it's 60 BP, 60 stamina, 60 hold. They just said it's 60 something. That's about the only. And then the other one is a mental move that's very likely 1 hold priority mental move for Mix, Auhi, and Ventil. At least those 3, but probably just those 3 for now. On PvE content, it would be nice if I'm still looking forward to the arcade bar. I hope it's a blast, but who knows at this point. They say it's not even much of an arcade bar left. Made yourself broke this week, so you need money, feathers, and ETC would be clutch. Alright, I wish you the best of luck then. Feels bad losing many people due to lack of PvE content. Yeah, I mean, there's still new people to stick around. Actually, one of the guy I've been watching for Dragon Quest content, he's just another like small streamer. But he's actually saying he's gonna get back into Temtem. He's really looking forward to it. I've kind of talked him into it, but it sounds like he was already planning on coming back, so I hope he stays around. He's also seems to enjoy the comp scene. Last time he played was before Showdown, so as soon as I let him know about Showdown, he seems pretty interested. So I'm hoping he'll join in the fun. His name is like XX the Collector God XX. So if you guys see him stream it at all, you should stop in and say hi. You're so sure it's learned to level 60 because ha 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 misleading or I didn't even think about the level it's learned at. It's a good point. I think other people mentioned it like when they announced the move, but I didn't think about it afterwards. That would just be really sad. Like they can't ever give us any good leaks. I think there was. Let me see if I can pull it up. So I don't give misinformation. There was a leak in, I think, Temtem leaks right today. Or no, Temtem spoilers, yeah. I guess it wasn't even anything, but it was just Suki saying improved E. We don't know what it means. It's just improved, and then we can see the first letter of the word that's after it, and all it is E. So we don't know if it's gonna be like improved experience gain, or if it's gonna be improved experience during layers, or if it's something other than experience, improved efficiency, or improved ETC rates. It could be any of those things and more. But it was posted in Temtem spoilers, which is the primary PvE chat, so we're assuming it's for PvE players more than PvP. Spam E and Hangman when she does them. And the Hangmans are kind of cool, but I always hope for bigger leaks at the end of them, and then it ends up being mildly disappointing. The last one was like for the Tem Festivus name. Like, we all knew it was a Christmas event, Suki. You can try and build a pipe as much as you want, but like, the name of it doesn't do it for me. It doesn't get me any more hyped for the game. Like these new moves are interesting. Like the new mental move is interesting. I'm excited for that. It wasn't my plans for what could have been done, but it's definitely what I think could be a good plan. Improved emotional support to get us through the next patch. That's what the emotes are for. You gotta look at the goofy spinning Pookie and then just smile. I'm so glad Kip cut that for me. Kip designed all the Temtem or the Pookie Cook emote and then clipped the other three from its animations in game. So I thank you, Kip, for that. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to this much. It's a stall team, but there's also Skunch, Gazuma, and Tutsu on it, which is interesting. I appreciate a little bit of difference in teams. He's got a Cycrox. I'm sure his is neurotoxins. Spores Scaravolt combo, so he could just like side Spores turn one and it would be menacing. I'm gonna pick Obi to threaten the reset. I don't have reset. Don't tell him though. But I'm gonna threaten it. So I'm not familiar with this player either. I'm not sure if that's one of the alts avatars or not. I don't like have them all memorized. I was in queue for a little while though, so it could just be a lower ranked player, maybe somebody renamed themselves. I don't know. It could be any number of things. Leading Cycrox into an Obi is sketch. It might be a new player. That or they have microwaves on the Cycrox. See, I feel like most stall Cycrox sets go like Strangle, Toxic Slime, Paralyzing Poison. And I feel like you'd be tempted to take like Digi-Threat as well. So I'd be surprised if it was running microwaves, but you never know. I know Combusta likes to run it on his. He kind of has like a hybrid Doomstall or bulky offense if needed. Very bulky offense, but you know. Yeah, we'll go with our own Cycrox. I fight your Cycrox with mine. That'll basically cancel out any kind of damage that Calibus wants to do to it. And if it is an aggressive Cycrox, I can at least threaten it out before it deals too much damage to me. And also I'm getting holds off on Zenmed Cycrox if he ignores it, so I think this is still alright. I have two Earths, so I'm not too afraid of Scaravolt. Sorry about that. Now that I have the camera on, you guys can see when I sneeze and cough and stuff. I'm gonna knock out his healer. And then we pick Rhoulder, because Rhoulder's the best. Rockham's going to be really good against the 2 melees. I think we can get by with just 1 Earth. Gario, I don't think it's going to do a whole lot for me here. I'd rather have the upfront damage that Mastion offers. As well as the potential nukes on like turn 2 and 3. Or just turn 3 with Sharp Rain and Flaming Meteorite. Workman, hello, welcome. Okay. The Scaravolt was not picked up, so we don't have to worry too much there. I should have gone Plasma Beam, probably. I was kind of predicting the Cycrox to swap. I think he wants to save the thing. I guess he's got Reactive Vial on it, so he's probably not in much of a hurry to deal damage with it. We'll see what he does here, though. If he doesn't have harmful microwaves, I'm not really scared of much the first couple turns. He does stay in. Reactive Vial, Piddle damage. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Toxic Ink instead of Water Blade. He does have harmful. That hurts. Why? Alright, Rhoulder doesn't really have any good boards, so we're going to bring it in now. Because this would be one of the only decent ones it's on. We're going to keep trying to hit the Cycrox. Because I can probably finish it off before Diabolo this turn. I'll have to Rockfall. I didn't want to take the Tink either, but gotta do what you gotta do. He actually goes for the Toxic Slime. We go for the Rockfall, Harmful, and the Cycrox this turn. Then I think we swap in Obi next turn to get the bush off. Yeah, of course, Gazuma swaps in to get the heal. Laundry, too. I wonder if that's the thing's only water move. Kind of curious. Save a little bit of stamina here, guys. With marbles, of course. That's such pitiful damage on the Calibus. Arvile over bait? I think so. It still is just so useful. He predicted the right swap in. He actually predicted that I would keep the Rhoulder in and swap the Cycrox out there. I get... Why? Well, this guy's like reading every single one of my plays. Not much I can do about it. I already don't have a great matchup into him. Elvis is just, haha, I invest 900,000 TVs in bulk and I destroy you. Yeah, thick skin wouldn't have done anything there. I mean, I can try and fight this out, but I'm pretty much doomed. His Sconch is faster than his Gazuma. This guy's team is weird. It'd be fun if Brock swept, but nah, it can't do that. Why do you? He doesn't even. He's running Ninja on his Scunch. Is it not like a Stonewall 5 PPH Scunch? It's just a normal Bruiser Scunch. It's so weird. This team doesn't have a whole lot of. It doesn't seem to have a real plan. If I had like a well-built, balanced team, unlike this, I don't really know how I would lose because I just ban out whatever game plan of his works worse for me. Because like if I don't want to deal with his bruisers as much, I just ban the bruisers a bit and. Like, without the Tutsu and Scunch, he doesn't have a whole lot to deal with that. And if I have a better matchup, or that's if I have a better matchup into stall. If I have a better matchup into his bruisers, I just ban like 1 or 2 stall temps. He had like what, Nidrasil, Calibus, which is just toxic stall. It's not even good against the wind meta. I don't know. I mean, like they're probably like Diamond some, so it probably works. He's Legend 14, yeah. I mean, I guess it works. You catch enough people off guard. Good game, I guess. Can't win them all. It does feel a little bad to lose against a really. I don't know. It wasn't even a really well built team. It didn't seem to bank on anything really creative. It just seemed like he was a bit confused in team building. But he outpaced me and got a 1 lucky swap to kill my Cycrox. I think things would have gone differently if he didn't. Hello, welcome. Heard of users can make balance patch. Can someone's link for you where they posted that? It's just a community tournament. It's nothing official, but there are prizes and stuff. I've done a couple videos on it. It's in the league Discord. Like that's what we call the community tournament Discord. We should really name it something else because League's just too popular of a game. And people would definitely get it mixed up. But yeah, I mean, somebody could probably send you a Discord invite. Just asking the official Discord comp chat for one, or maybe somebody can send you one here. I'm not sure. And then there's like a template with all the rules and stuff if you're interested. I guess if one plan fails, they have something else to fall back on. That's not like those teams don't really have success though. You don't see teams with like 4 different cores in them like ever. You don't even see teams with 2 different cores in them because like you could say theoretically, if I have a core of 3 plus another core of 3 and another core of 2, and you'd be like, oh well, if one's banned out, then I have a backup plan. But the thing is, people get 2 bans. So you can always just ban one important member of 2 different cores and limit a person's team from not only like 8 Tems, but you can limit them down to like 2 or 3. which can be just devastating for a team. And if the person who's banning bans specifically things that they're weak against and forces them into the core that they have the best matchup into, then it's even worse. Club Wars copyrighted. I mean, it doesn't have to be Club Wars. We could just do like community Temtem server. Honestly, like something super basic that gets the point across. Yours? Are you talking like the world's core? I had it's at least it was like a core that's synergized together. Unless you're running something else new, I'm not sure. Two cores is fine if you play Naga. I don't even think it's okay if you play Naga. Like you can slap Naga on a team that happens to have a core that kind of synergizes with it. So it's like, let's say you have a core of 4 and like 2 or 3 of them have a low prio move and synergize with Naga. Then you can slap Naga on there as a 5th. But I more look at that as Naga is almost like a win con in itself, or it's like a support. And whereas like I can throw a Tem that perfectly covers every single type that my team is weak to. And that Tem all of a sudden gains so much importance on my team, even though it's not a part of the main like the main game plan that my team has. But it covers types so perfectly that it's kind of like it gains its own importance. So something like that, I don't think constitutes as a core in itself. I'm trying to think of like if there's any cases of multiple cores working. I mean, you think even like Digi Aggro, because I was trying to think something like Natna's Digi Aggro team. It's more or less like a Digi Aggro core of like 3 or 4, but then the rest of it is still hyper aggro, so it's the same game plan. It's just not all based around Digis. Shwinadoro, I like it in the old days of Shwinadoro. Yeah, that's definitely a duo combo. And yet, like, if you look at other two Tem combos, there's a if we literally like, we'll just let some rollers spawn and we'll wait. Well, hold on. All right, let's just think of some two Tem combos. I got Shaolan Inky. Shaolan's kind of flexible, and Inky is like one of its best combos. What are some other two Tem combos y'all can think of? I'm trying to think of some. Double two Vine, Hazrat Gario. I mean, like Oshiara Hazrat can kind of work. Not sure about Hazrat Gario. Mulgu Mashuk. I'll just get like one more. We'll go like Chimeri and Naga for fun. So I mean, this is literally just 4 random two Tem combos. Okay, yeah, Shaolan Inky, Oshara Hazrat, Mogu Mashuk, Chimeri, and Naga. And you'd think like a lot of these Tems, like in their own way, are strong, and it would probably function just fine as a team. But really, your entire game plan revolves around picking the one pair of these two Tems first, no matter what. So like if your opponent has electrics and or fires, they probably won't ban out your Chim Naga core. Because neither of these Tems exactly synergizes with the rest of this team. So they're just like, alright, well I got an electric and a fire unbanned. I ignore these two. And your opponent has, or maybe like an earth type. Well, I mean, Shaolin kind of counters that, but like maybe you have some, I can't think of like unlimited counters to an entire team off the top of my head, but like just using the fire and electric example, all of a sudden these two are useless. Like, so then they get to ban out something from another core, and if they want to threaten the fire and electric, maybe they ban out the Oshiara, threaten with the fire, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I can't pick my Hazrat now. I can, but it's not going to have a whole lot of value. I can't pick my Nagai's Chimerian combo because I'm weak to fire, and fire threatens out Inky, so I don't want to pick that either. So my only core option is like Mulgu Mashuk. Cool, your opponent now knows that, and in their second slot picks a digital type. So you're facing like one Tem that happens to be a type that counters more or less the rest of your team list, and in combination with your singular ban, and then you pick one other type that counters the other combo that you can't deal with. It's not perfect, and it's just kind of like spitballing, but it's just to get the concept across of why running multiple cores kind of falls apart, and why you don't see a whole bunch of just people slapping two Tem combos together. It'll work sometimes, especially on ladder, if you're choosing an opponent that doesn't have two fires for that exact team. Wind and Earth are missing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like those teams don't even care about type coverage though. They're like, all right, I'm gonna have a lead that gets like 3 or 4 KOs in itself before they get one of my Tems. And then in the end, we're just going to throw the other 3 Tems in the back at whatever's left. And it doesn't matter if I trade down. Because you could trade 2 Tems for 1 in the end game and still win if you've already killed 4 on lead. That's just kind of how it works. I've been in queue this whole time. I know the queue's kind of dying down. I thought it was a bit later though. I guess we're still kind of getting into a lull towards the end of the season here. I'd still like to push up to Legend, but it feels like every other match now is a stall team. I guess people are just finding more success with stall. Maybe Genesect put out his stall guide. I know he said he was gonna help. He would be willing to coach some players on how to play stall after Worlds. It's just kind of funny how we've seen a large increase in stall teams, and I just don't have anything to deal with them. I don't. Yeah, here's another one. Disgusting. Oish. It's not like I'm gonna complain too much about the Koish. What I'm gonna complain about is that I don't have. I don't. You know, I've been playing this game for so long, and I still couldn't even really tell you what counters stall, but doesn't put you at such a disadvantage that you lose 90% of other matchups. Reset alone cannot win you games. So he wants to pick Tataru or Chimerian. I'm going to bring Broccolum, so I'll threaten out the Chimerian, so he's going to pick Tataru, because I have nothing against it. I'll pick the Rhoulder. Cowron is just too good. I mean, it's not even like Cowron's a problem. This is the entirety of stall teams is tough. So, you know, you say SC Volgon, and I know you mean Short Circuit, but it's also funny because superconductivity also works for SC Volgon. Just saying. This isn't a stall team though. It's not like a typical stall team, but it's still he's probably got less than 1,000 offensive TVs on this entire team. Probably. More cringe than Howdai's teams. I remember facing Howdai. I don't think I've seen him on in a while though. Not sure what he's running, or what you're even referencing exactly. Team would probably be trash without Koish. Yeah, I mean, you probably just ban the Shween, and then there's not a whole lot left. Why? Marbles on the Mawala? I don't have anything to threaten it. I'd love to just... He uses Jinxed on the Volphy. Does it have Adrenaline Shot? Because that would kind of reveal it anyways, but still kind of nice to have the warning, even though it's a little cheap. Koish is just a lore, yeah. I know it's a rage spam team with a Koish bait, but my options for dealing with it like don't even exist. I actually did swap the Shween. Dang it. Just to set up soft touch tat. Yeah, screw your Hypnotist. Try and get more chip damage on me, why don't you? Still not in a good position here, but I'm gonna leave Rhoulder into rest just to get Tardy Rush and some stand back. I'm just fine with that, even if it takes 1,000,000 damage from Tataru. I'll bet you he's gonna swap the Moala now. Not like the thing gets a whole lot more value in this board anyways. He could try and outspeed, but I think Volphy just comes in every time. I don't... This guy hasn't made any play that's really like, wow, he's a good player. It looks like he's just kind of farming his way up. He's not even getting value out of soft touch. I wonder if somebody just gave him this team. Is this a Koisher? It is indeed a Koisher. He didn't even have any Toxics to synergize with it, did he? I don't think he did. I'd be more worried if he did, actually. And now he goes for the Rhoulder. $264, $254. I can't spare anything. It's gonna. This Volphy has a very high chance of living on. No, it dies. It dies. I could have gone for Drill Impact there and saved my Prio, and I definitely considered it. But I did not want that Volphy to get the Plague off. But he used Held Anger anyways, so I guess I probably should just doubled into the Tataru. I was worried Tataru would swap out now because it has the Lifeful, and then go into Whiplump, and I would whiff my whatever the move's called. Y'all know the one. The Earthbreaker. I was afraid of whiffing the Earthbreaker. When you hit him, you let it through. Yeah, I mean that's your own risk there. We'll Resin Trap. If he swaps in Sack Shween, that's his best play. Whiplump dies next turn. If he doesn't, Tataru runs out of stamina. If he swaps in Mawala, I just hit it with a defib. Just like to give them a shot to show. Is it SA? It's an abbreviation I don't know offhand. Synergy Adept, oh. You even hit a digital Synergy Adept? That's funny. Oh, we swapped the Mawala into that slot. Interesting. Well, if anything, if you're faster, true. That is for sure. I think I can live a Tornado Transient from a low invest Moala combo. I'm just gonna beef up because defib doesn't kill and Paizo will be up next turn. Oh, I can definitely live a Transient. Unless this thing is offensively invested, which I'd be surprised to see it. Yeah. Right. His Tattoo kind of hurts, but between the Tattoo doesn't have enough stamina to break through Mastio and Tuvine, Grunder, everything. And since he brought in Shreen, he can't swap out Moala to avoid the Paizo. He can, but he'll take a lot of damage on his Chatteru, which he doesn't want. Alright, be my guest, buddy. Be my guest. Yeah. I could defib the Moala, but honestly, I'm just gonna go for the Nox Bomb on the Tattoo. Alright, GG. Insta match. Alright, which one of you is it? Carry me, Senpai. Alright. Running another slow stall team. Seriously. Like, it's actually nuts how often there's people running stall teams. Is everyone just having success with it? Gonna knock out the Volphy. Probably a bit of a weird choice, but it's basically a free 40% health on anything he wants. So if I can prevent that, I just think it's good value. It's also one of the better things to counter Rhoulder, and Rhoulder gets tons of value this game. Can't wait for the stall nurse next patch. It's kind of funny. I don't even think stall's in all that good of a spot. Well, it's not that stall is good. It's that everything else can't really outpace it. So I guess, but that means it's good. Okay, but it's just weird. They're accompanying minor stall nerfs with larger hyper offense nerfs, it seems. I'm kind of forced into picking Rhoulder this game. That's probably what his goal was. I'm okay swapping out Rhoulder turn 1 though and just having it come back in later. Is it just more consistent and adaptable? It's always been consistent and adaptable. It's rather than relying so much on type coverage, stall relies more than anything on predictions. So whereas with most offensive like aggro teams where they're just like, well, if my opponent's running 3 fires, I don't stand a chance. Or if my opponent happened to invest 1 more point in speed than I did, I lose. Stall's more like, I have to make 20 50-50 guesses this game, but as long as I get 10 of them right, I should win. So it's almost like you're playing an entirely different game. Every single turn is a mind game. It's kind of fun. I actually like being on both sides of stall matchups. Picked Mastion over Tuvine there because I think I'm going to need some extra help against Kaurin. And Tuvine runs out of stamina too fast against all teams. I think this song's louder than usual, sorry. Always let me know if a song is too loud and I can turn it down. I don't know what... does Strange Vest reveal? I think it does. Hope it does. Alright. So I've got 3 physical attackers against a Volerund. Grunder gets tons of value this game. Tons. So I don't really want to sack it here. Rhoulder's not really in any danger though. So we're going to go for... He doesn't have anything to resist a Soul Shout. We're going to go for a Soul Shout. I'm okay with Brocklum taking this damage. It does below half, which is very important. He's just trying to deal damage. I guess Kaurin doesn't have anything else it can really do turn 1. %. Not much more. What's he gonna get the buff on? Any guesses? That's a good play, because he doesn't kill me in one more shot. So he's just buying time. And I didn't have any kill potential on the Kaurin. I did 60% with type advantage. Without type advantage, I couldn't take it down. I guess it would have been close, and now I'm kind of regretting not at least trying. We're gonna rest on Rhoulder this turn. Trading Brocklum for Kaurin is A-okay in my book. Interesting, he went for the Rhoulder. He doesn't know I have Earthbreaker. And now I won't OX in using it either. About that, so that thing I said like 10 seconds ago, let's just forget all about it, alright? We agree to... Nothing of that sort was said. I think I can take a Cold Geyser. It's kind of sounds silly, but I think I can take it. Feather Gatling into a Cold Geyser, not so much. Not so much. So if he swaps Volerund, that's good for me. Well, it's not good because then I whiff, and he swaps it into a resist, and potentially kills my Rhoulder. Well, I mean, I definitely die because of the OX after taking a Cold Geyser. Uh-oh, he's waiting a while. He's stopping into my stream. Alright, so we'll see if my Resin Trap goes onto his Piranhians. I don't know how much damage it'll do, but maybe the Drill Impact will finish it off. That's such a weird swap. There's next to no reason to swap there. It's even a frightening Tyrannac, that's weird. He doesn't even go for an attack on Piranha. Gonna keep Rhoulder in. I don't have a whole lot of a reason to swap out. I have Tardy Rush up. I guess I probably should. I probably should have swapped out. I can at least threaten a Synergy Paizo next turn. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't even kill. Thinking Drill Impact will knock me out. So I'm more or less free to do that. I don't have a whole lot of options for his Garender, but mine is stronger. I should have used Nox Bomb on that. I should have doubled the Volderen slot. If you stay... I almost clicked Rockfall, honestly. That was close. I'm bringing in Rockland because it's useless against Volerend. And it's also what I have the most immediate pressure against his Tyrannac with. He could swap Volerend back in and just keep swapping Tyrannac in and out and in and out until Extinction's up and then hit me with no counterplay options. He might even just rest on his Garender here, but he gets a lot less value from Brimation now. He's already swapped in one turn and that he's half health. But it is a Brimation Garender, that's what the ad shot's for. It's for shelter. He hasn't attacked in this left slot in the last 4 turns, by the way. He hasn't even clicked a move. I actually want us to take out Broccolum. Yeah, see that's actually worse for me. Finally got him. Try it one more time. Ah, he OXs me. That Broccolum surviving is actually doing more for me than I would have given it credit for. You see, that did like 16%, 17%. Doesn't matter, it's gone. Nice extinction, buddy. I'm gonna keep making the same play over and over. I'm gonna learn eventually. Gonna rest on Grunder because I want it on the field next turn. I have thick skin, so I resist both the Rhoulder and stabs. Yeah, that sucks. Now next turn is a 50-50 of which slot does he swap into. Neither. Since he's using wind moves, he's actually not buffing his special defense. %. Not quite enough to kill it with one more. Ronnie goes down. If this is truly a 0-speed Rhoulder and all-out speed, without synergy, and I would be able to swap right now. But I don't trust that. This is kind of risky anyways. He could Feathergat the Grunder, defib the Cycrox, and then I'd kind of be in bad shape if I can't finish off Rhoulder with a Water Blade. But I think that's in range. I guess, yeah. Paizo, defib, same difference. Sorry I haven't been talking too much this game. I've been focusing the whole time. The amount of calculations my brain has to go through in a stall match that's like close in intention, and I have a chance of winning, is just crazy. Also, it's the double Garunders that are speed tied. That's what the speed arrow was. Mastio and Vola would have been tough. But that pretty much secures the game. GG. That one was close. All those goofy swaps he had, I thought he almost had me. But we still pulled it back. Actually, if I can cancel Q, I'm going to do that. Grab some water real quick. You guys will get to see my fancy newbie right back screen. Oh, well, after this match, maybe. Integrate ETC. Oh, that's awesome. That's a good one. Like, it makes it worth doing all that fishing. Alright, Zero Noxes. I know you've made jokes about is Koish is bugged, so I'm hoping that you're respecting that Koish is bugged and not using Nature Course purely because it has a healing move on top of Sleep and Zen Med. But who knows? Doesn't matter either way. Did we beat both Koishes today? Or just the one? I think we beat both, right? No, we lost the first one. We won against the second. Also, yeah, Obi is definitely #1 ban tonight, but also we keep facing. This one isn't even a stall team. You got like 4 aggro Tems on it, and then like a stall core. So once again, it's a split core. My options don't exist. His only toxic is Tortonite, which I can threaten with a fire move. His electric is Volgon, which I can threaten with other stuff. Now you have enough feathers for another Venk's radar. Good luck. Good luck. Venk's is a good Luma too. Do you have one of them just going for a second, or are you still going for your first? I suppose you only need one for showdown, but you know. Or it's just not a red herring. He's on stream. You can be public. Like I don't see who needs witch hunting when you can just let somebody be looked down upon on an entire stream. Message you multiple times. It's not Eerie. It's SA to kill Mulgus. I wonder if this Volgon has Mom's Lunch to cancel out bait. I gotta swap if it does. Or maybe the Pocus even does. On my birthday? Nah, I had my birthday stream months ago now. Broccolum makes sense. Psypat and Size Munch both. He's got a few different team checks I really wish I could ban. He's got a very synergy-based team. Banning his Volgon probably would have been pretty good value. It's just not something I could have afforded. Cycrox is solid against Psypat for sure. It's even okay against Size Munch. Right now, targeting down Volgon's my top priority if it's a possibility. He's well into Legend spamming it now. Why would you continue playing it after you get your wins? Maybe he's still trying to get his Legend wins. Maybe enough people ban it and then his team falls apart without it. He doesn't have anything really strong about his team besides a whole bunch of cheese combos. This is a little tough. Psypat kind of ruins my team if I pick Gary or Rhoulder. But I kind of wanted to because that's better against Size Munch. Maybe he'll still pick Psypat. He's just here for the memes. Alright. Memes. Oh, I mean, I banned the thing anyways. Legend last week, no way he doesn't have his wins. He's going for the podium like that. I got my podium. Koish free. Short circuit Volgon, even if it was, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's Mom's Lunch. And it's energy drink Volgon, so. I have energy drink Garunder. 100%, be scared. Not even ad shot Volgon, it's just energy drink Volgon. I feel like coach players are also the type to stream snipe. Like if people want to win that bad, I don't mind letting them have it. I'd rather not have stream delay and be able to respond to you guys a lot faster. Actually have a discussion during stream. Because I mean, I'm all here for fun. And if I have to have a 3-minute stream delay or whatever before I can respond, it's a lot harder to have a conversation. He'll probably just hit Bastion anyways. No, he does go for the... Does go for the Garunder. 3-minute delay for ladder. I mean, I could have less, but that's probably what I need to go for. Dang, that did lots of damage. I always underestimate Bastion. Bastion staying in and getting its holds off isn't bad here. If he chooses to sleep, whatever. Garunder can threaten with Paizo next turn. His Volgon can't do anything this turn. So it's not like Bastion's scared. I could have brought Tuvine back in, but decided against it. Keeping Bastion healthy would be nice to deal with Tolkien though, but having Sharp Rain up to also deal with it is also very important. Maybe he'll Gamma Burst it this turn. Yeah. So that's actually, this is a max speed, max special attack Pocus too. I'm taking the risk that my Bastion can live, and I'm going to just try and beat down his Tolkien later on with something else. Nice. Yeah, no, that size much never lives that. Health-wise, it doesn't look too bad right now, but I'm not in a great position. I don't have enough speed on this Bastion to outspeed him. We try anyways. Who runs DC Beam on their Volgons, man? Why? Alright, bets on which slot he brings Tolkien into? Anyone? I'm assuming he's gonna swap out Volgon, and then Gamma Burst my Rhoulder. That's why I'm attacking Pocus. But he could also swap out Pocus to get Mom's Lunch back up and just strangle Rhoulder. Face cam 8, Yanni, welcome. Yes, I did pick up a face cam. Figured it was about time. I was kind of like, the only reason I didn't is that I didn't feel like spending the money at the time. But with my Worlds payout, I figured I owed everyone something. I feel like this makes me look like a more professional streamer, regardless. I don't have a green screen or anything, but like, I got my shelf full of plushies. That's good enough for a Monster Battler fan, you know? Oh man, a Rip Roller stem. Like the face cam, glad to hear it. I meant to try out this other layout too, but I show you guys after this turns over. I don't want to I don't want to cut out the one-shotting of the Tolkien in all its gloriousness. Oh man, I love Earthbreaker. It's such a fun move. Alright. He's sending out Tort. But this is the other layout. It just completely gets rid of all of the background and even the win rate. I know like Anhelacho does something like this, so I don't know if this is something you guys would like better, or if you'd rather I continue with the current or the other layout. I wanted to start this stream and just kind of go through the whole thing like this and see how you guys like it, but I forgot. Because this is like at the bottom of my scenes. I know some people don't like a busy layout all that much. I would just rather have it be simple, because like y'all come here primarily for the game. Being able to see my reactions and stuff is cool. And people who stop in later on, being able to see win rate is kind of nice. I keep the little Spotify in the corner too, just because I don't want to get hit with copyright or anything. But I'm sure that's not even essential. I don't want to risk it. This layout is fine. Is it fine or is it good? Like, because it's just kind of like, I don't know. Bottom's cut out a bit. I actually can't really move it any further. I guess I could just... Let me see if I can just move the thing right now. Yeah, okay. Spotify's tightened a bit. Well, no, that's just how I cut when I crop the thing. Oops. If anything, I should hide it just a little bit more. There. No. No, it's not low enough again. Because Spotify doesn't display the whole name. Best place you can put anything for Temtem. Yeah, I know that. So it's just... It's like, because there's nothing ever in the corner besides the X button, which y'all know exists already. There's just like, I don't know. I'll probably try out some different stream layouts and just see if... Oh yeah. See what you guys like. I'll pass you on the chat box. I'm not sure if I can change it much more. I already had it pretty low. I probably should have just tried Degoring for some more chip on Tort. Oh well. Oh, I didn't know X staying. Matcha? Really? I mean, Pocus Def always swaps for Volgon here. And I need... So Tort Knight gets the... He slept 2 vines, so the peck didn't matter anyways. For record, the 2 vine is 200 speed, and it outsped peck. So this is a max speed Tort Knight, like 500 speed Tort Knight. I thought he would swap out the Pocus just to get Volgon in and some stand back on Pocus, but he didn't even bother. Yeah, this Volgon gave him way too much value. Just Volgon in general does that, and the fact that you can invest zero damage in your tort or zero bulk in your Tort Knight and still barely get half health by a super effective move. I needed to predict that wasn't even a 0-speed Volgon. That Volgon had some speed in it. I needed to make a couple more predictions in that match. Like I wasn't allowed to make any mistakes. I got the size munch, which was good, but just getting that alone didn't matter because his entire team just prints value. I meant to put Cycrox is not getting a whole lot of value out of double screen. I meant to put energy drink on it, and had I done that, I think I could have won the game. So we're gonna do that. If his team is just gonna be an item check, he also had the mom's lunch on Pocus. Literally no counterplay. I don't know. I can't good game that. I know he runs mom's lunch for bait, but it's just like that is the only reason you run the item. Because it doesn't get any value if your opponent has sleep resist, or even if your opponent doesn't have bait. I don't want to say it was a bad game. The game itself was fine. It's just it wasn't a good game either. What was I doing? Yeah, yes, energy drink on Cycrox. And then I know I got value out of Sharp Rain there. I probably get more value out of Sharp Rain than I would Rage, but I kind of want to put Rage for stall teams. I don't really have enough speed, and I don't have any turbo to get value out of it though. Keeping it 100. 100. What's 100? A raid. Oh, and the cut off at the bottom. That's what it was. Yes, I forgot that I didn't even think about what you were saying earlier, T Honey, but this is what I'm supposed to use when I'm running this layout. I had completely forgotten. Times damage multiplier. Changed it for good. I already did queue up. Type of Quaish was it? It was a Nature Quaish. Nature Quaish isn't the best Eerie Quaish right now, I don't think. I think Digiquaish is just because of the offensive capabilities, even when full bulk. But technically Nature Quaish does have Revitalize as an option, so you can have healing and never die. He didn't have any real sources of buffing though, so I don't know. Probably wouldn't have given him that much value even. No, it was just too risky to let through. It may have been Synergy Master though, because he didn't insta-pick it. He actually led it through to the second round of bans. Because I did have Broccolum and 2 Toxics. So I don't know. Don't know. Past the Pocus Mom's lunch lead, I don't even know what I would have banned anyways. I mean, it was the Volgon that gave me the most issues by enabling all of the synergies, but I couldn't just let the Gallios through either, because that would have been just as much of a problem on that lead. Like, the best ban probably would have been the Pocus instead of the Gallios, because of the Mom's lunch. But I just don't have a lot of upfront damage on this team to deal with Gallios. I would have had to lead like Cycrox Mastion and just hope that was enough. Nature and Electric are the only Quays you don't ban nowadays. Oh hey, it's Alto. I haven't seen him on a while. Good luck, have fun. Actually, I haven't faced him in like... It's been probably like half a year or so. So he's got Assassin Yowler with it's basically like a senior plat team. Makes sense. I don't have any mentals, so I probably have to take out the Yowler. He takes out my 1 wind. Which also makes sense. I can pick up Cycrox, which completely prevents him from doing anything with his Toxic Core, but it's only having 1 Tem immune to Toxic just means that he doubles down on the other side. And I have very few options to deal with that. Mogu first pick to counter my Cycrox. I can't even burn it with like plasma beams or anything. I don't know. This just isn't a team that looks like I can beat it. I need more wins on this team. I wish wins weren't required to beat Toxics. I hope that they're... I know that we don't have a whole lot of hints at what next patch is going to be, but I hope that there's more Toxic nerfs than they've let on about. We don't know anything about the actual balance yet, but they told us, or they haven't given us a direction. But if it's just going to be another, you're forced to bring wins and forced to, because Toxics are so strong, and forced to bring Electrics because wins are so strong, and whatever, meta, that's not going to be a whole lot of fun. They'd have to really buff a lot of other Temps to really see changes that way. Possible to have the other layout during pick bans? I meant to do that, yeah. I just always forget. I mean, I'm still getting used to the whole scenes thing, so thanks for the reminder. I'd almost rather deal with one of my Tems than another one of his Tems. Cool transition, yeah. There's a whole bunch of what do they call them? Stinger. They call them like stinger transitions. I don't know what that means. But there's just a whole bunch of pre-made ones that I downloaded one of, the most Pookie based one, since Pookie's my mascot. Dang it, I forgot to take a break. It's like I always start the match and then it's just like, oh, well, I'm thirsty. I should just get a glass of water, have it next to me. Pick up Garender too. Resist Toxics. I don't think Brocklum gets a lot of value, but Obi doesn't have anywhere. Like I need more damage output in this game. If I'm not dealing damage to him every single turn, he's just gonna whittle me down with toxic ticks. So that's my biggest concern right now. All right, Gallios is bait for me to click microwaves on it. He's gonna swap Gallios for a toxic. Okay, maybe not. I'll probably just beta burst because he knows there's very limited options I have against him. Invest in a reusable gallon jug. You no need to refill unless you drink it all in a day. Yeah, I know a lot of people do that. If I just bring a gallon jug to work, it doesn't look very good, especially as an accountant. But I do see a lot of people do that, and it's very smart use of resources. I can't even synergy microwaves now. Half gallon looks more normal. Still a bit goofy to carry around. You know, you never think about the isolate synergy on Faraday Cage, but it's actually quite strong. You think three turns of a status on a 0 hold? It's kind of nuts. Dang, I should have predicted the Platymus swap in, swapped out on Cycrox, and then swapped back in to get the heal when he uses Aquatic on Rhoulder. Dang it. But then something would have had to use a Synergy Faraday Cage. Gorinder could have done it, but it wouldn't have been comfortable at all. If Rhoulder somehow lives the Aquatic, I'm probably in an okay spot. Because then Mulgu's threatened out, and I have Rhoulder with Synergy Earthbreaker up. He must have been on the last turn of Gallia. No, he just swapped it out. So that was kind of a weird choice there. Nice, I did live. That's huge. I guess he just brings in Hazrat and Venomous Claws. Yeah, so this was a tough matchup. Oh, I forgot to switch back to the other. It's a Hazrat with at least some speed investment. Probably not a lot, but it's enough. Did his turns not go down? That's weird. Is it a visual glitch? It's probably visual. I'm gonna bank on it being visual. Or on it being an actual glitch. Bug. Yeah, you can use Galio's signature on another tome. And it still lowers your doom timer. At least it should. Azrat's +2/+2 defense now, so my ways of dealing with it are highly limited. That did good damage, but that was about my strongest hit I can do on the thing. It's in range to die to a Water Blade now, but gets Toxic Farewell off, which I have no counterplay to. Protostar procced anyways, because Galio's is just a fun tem. It was visual. I had to double the slot. But if he swapped in Garunder, it would have felt so bad to use, like, Paizo Plague. I guess he would have died then in the back, so it still would have been value. It would have been the same value. I actually would have been more. This probably won't even do half my resin trap on the Gallios. Yeah. I've got really high special attack invest on this Broccolum too. So that's just insane. Water Blade didn't do half to the Molgu either. It's just like 700 or 800 bulk invest, and then he beats you down with Toxic Ticks. It's basically what it is. And Gallios bugs, I guess. I mean, it's a solid team. I just don't have any wins. GG. He's trying to justify himself again. Yeah. Alright, I am going to do this encounter, and then I'm going to grab some water real quick. Then I'll do a few more matches. Probably not too many more. Maybe just like one or two. I've been running low on sleep. Alright, y'all are gonna love this ta-da. I'm just throwing be right back on the screen. I figured it would be fun to have like a little goofy animated one. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Yeah. Quick match. Like I said, like one or two more. Not too many. Oh, Tickles again. Oh, I don't have any choice. I mean, I could have still brought Broccolum. Broccolum probably takes out Inky, but I don't know for sure if Broccolum isn't max special attack. If Inky has just a little bit of bulk, it can probably live. Or if it's double screen. Another Obi ban. I guess. No, I really don't know why that was. I'll have to ask afterwards. Go for the two vine again. Two vine's really valuable. I'm surprised he didn't just ban that. I think it would have gotten him more value. Maybe he's running a slower Orphill and can't just pick it into Bastion, or maybe he knows that he outspeeds my Bastion and it's not a threat. Not exactly optimal, but Cycrox should be alright. Neutrals do so much damage. Yeah, I gotta ban Momo. My team is so slow it allows speed everything without even trying, and a knockback would just do over half to even undermines do over half to just about everything. It's tough. Garunder ban. It's also good. I don't. I don't have many options at all that can deal with his Naga. Maybe that's why he banned the Obi. Because if he didn't, I would have probably been able to outspeed him under Decidora and just T-Prison and kill him. Even with... It might live at T-Prison, because I have 0 offense invest in this Obi. Would have been kind of funny to see, though. Having 2 Tems that get walled by water kind of suck. I think I picked Gario like once today. Gario is definitely a Tem to be swapped out. I think the main reason... I wanted a bulky water, and there just weren't really a lot of options. But having both Gario and Mastion really hurts this team. Neither one really does a whole lot of damage in itself. Could just play Naga. I thought about playing Naga. I thought about putting Stoneball on Rhoulder, adding Raiken to the core, and then having like a Raiken, Rhoulder, Naga core, and then also having Digithread on Cycrox. I considered it, and then I threw the idea out the window. Hirikoish. Why? Because Stoneball on Rhoulder, honestly, it sucks. The only way... I feel like ice is hard, because to get a lot of value out of it, you have to have options on your team that can synergize with it. But if you're going out of your way to make those options available, then you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. So what Naga really seems to shine when you put it on a team full of Tems that already have those options. Gonna be kind of close, I think. You know what I don't have on this team? Marbles. I mean, he swaps in Oshiara and then swaps out and then just heli kicks because Cycrox doesn't take another. Of course, this is the game where energy drink doesn't matter, and its double screen would have helped me survive this second heli kick. So it's always a horse apiece. Good game, Teakles. It doesn't matter what I did there. I could have feather got the Mashuk, but I'm still toast at that point. I stand corrected. He went for turbo instead of finishing off the Cycrox. All 3 of these Tems get walled by Naga. Well, I guess Brockham can kind of hit Naga, but... Man... Luis Cerbatios. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm sure he's kicking himself right now. It's not even that he thought, or it's not that he even forgot that what it says. Nobody even cares to consider Cycrox's other trait. It's not that he thought I was neurotoxins. It's that he just didn't even consider that that Cycrox has another trait. That's my guess. I do the same thing. I do the same thing all the time. Doesn't matter though, I still lose. Here's one shots Brocklem now. I can't take out his Oshiara. He has speed on the Orphill too. Might not even be in a max attack Orphill. Didn't feel like it did as much damage as they normally do. Like it makes team building complicated? Yeah, it does. Teakles is teakling right now. That's one way to put it. How do you click on Oshiara? Blizzard? Turbo at half speed Oshiara still takes out whatever it needs to. And for Cycrox, he must be confident he can take a hit from Bastion. And my option, I don't have any options to kill Oshiara either. My team loses so badly to Waters. Like initially that was the idea. The idea was that, oh, I have Water Synth Cycrox, so I'm okay having Tems that lose to Waters because I can deal with that. But now I am sad because one Cycrox can't carry through a lot of Waters. It just can't. Overload the Cycrox. Teakle's the guy hosting the Patch Notes contest? Yes, that is correct. Dang. I didn't think he'd outspeed me still, but it's not all that surprising, I suppose. Bring back Chromion Cycrox sucks. Cycrox is fun, it's just, it has to have a team that works with it. This is the case where I wish I had... Baboa in place of, like, Gario. Because if I ban the Orphill, then there's, like, no Earths. Hypnosis. Held Anger, I respect it. I like that. It won't even do that much damage, but it's funny. He's just torturing me. Torture, I tell you. How did it get that much stamina back? It was out of stamina. It leaves for 2 turns and gets half of its stam back. I still don't like the mechanic where you can leave the field and it still counts as regenerating stamina. I don't like that mechanic. If you leave the turn, you should not get rest stamina back. Not that it mattered in this case, but it's a mechanic that I don't believe should exist. GG's. Nature Chromion could also be fun. Then you throw another electric like Gasma. I ran Nature Chromion for the larger part of the patch. Maybe not the larger part, but a lot at the start. I still have the team. I didn't want to unlock it because it was a fun team, but like Volfi's been nerfed since then. Oh, he never got any stronger. Tornite did, for some reason. Toxin Shower got nerfed. I don't know, I just don't think the team feel all that great nowadays. My chat bugged out because I tried removing some stuff. And then it didn't work. Remove flank looks kind of cool. Yeah, I think all of the horse, goat, 4-legged animal looking ones look pretty cool as Umbra. You know, like Mooflink, Oshiara, Valiar. Even Kapyra looks pretty good. Yeah, GG's Teakles. Did you forget about water synthesis, or did you just decide that it didn't matter if I stayed in or not because you still just had me? Didn't even think about it? Okay. Didn't end up mattering in the end because my team just gets walled too easily by waters. Remember Anatan one day? I have a feeling somebody's gonna get one of the Umbra Mythicals before somebody gets an Umbra Anatan. Just because I think there's more people farming the mythical layers than there are people still bothering to get Luma Anatans. Just had enough bulk and speed on that, plus typing. I think I just had to ban your Nagais and then try and challenge the Inky Orphil lead somehow. Well, I was also wondering, why did you ban Obi? It seemed like a really weird ban. Was it just because it freed up Naga a little bit? Naga checked by backline. Yeah, that's what I'm finding. Oh, Rorwick. Alright, good luck, have fun. Sorry, but I'm taking out your Naga because apparently it walls half my team. Rhoulder, Gario, Mastion, and more or less Broccolum. Even though the other four do counter it pretty well. Really bad in Tesla Prison, Electric Digital, and anything faster than me. I don't be all of those. I don't think a Tesla Prison would kill. I don't think a Tesla Prison would kill your Naga. It's a 0 offense invest Obi. It's just the -1? Okay. I feel like even if I gave you the -1 on speed, I wouldn't be able to outspeed you on anything. Or you just barely speed creep my prio. I mean, like with Mastion, I tried to use Water Blade on your Orphil and I couldn't pull it off. You barely speed creep anything. I guess I'm just 242. That's okay. Yeah, I just don't have any amount of speed hardly. 242 is still a very solid invest. Tesla'd me, get outsped by Paizo. If I get to pick 2 electrics into you, then I'm in a much better spot as is. I didn't get to pick either electric though, so that's not relevant. I think I'm more afraid of Volgon than Gazma. Just because Strangle's a pain and synergy enabling is also bad. 2 Vines banned, so there goes my bait user. It's gonna be tough. Banning it to make your turn 1 better. Your turn 1 wasn't all that good. Yeah, it was your backline that I just couldn't do anything against. Alright, do I want Mastion that's better into Gallus, or do I want Gario that's better into Tortonite? We're gonna go with Mastion. Just because I'll have Prio in case I need to finish anything off. Potentially. Potentially finish anything off. This fake beard on the Rhoulder is actually very important. Very relevant. Yikes. Oh really, the Wastewater on the Obi. He's just gonna double in and try and take it out. It's gonna be really close now that I have the poison tick on me. Yeah, that's not enough damage for me to take out Mashuk with another plasma. I do live that though, so that's good. Yeah, he went for the turbine. I almost went for the rockfall. Rockfall would have definitely been better. No, he'll probably turbo here, so it doesn't matter. But I was thinking if I could outspeed. Yeah, there's the turbo. I could outspeed and plasma into Goring, and that would kill. Completely forgot about first aid kit though. Yeah, Shook's gonna be tough to break through. I'm hoping he just sacks it to a try and kill Broccolum, and I catch him on the swap here, but yeah, he's playing it safe. He did bring him a Walla though. If he clicks anything other than Rock, yeah. So this still isn't bad by any means. It's actually it's still a pretty good turn for me. Exactly 50% on the Gialis. That's crazy. I have to use Earthbreaker here. I want to rest, but I don't have that luxury. Like, the amount of value that Earthbreaker has gotten today is kind of crazy. Ah, shoot. It doesn't even matter. Oh, it does. If he doubled into Grunder there, I wouldn't have survived. I'm still in range to just die instantly to something else, like Mashuk, but, you know. He just helicopter hook kicks, and I can't do anything there. If Rhoulder survives this turn, I am confident I can finish off Mashuk with a Goring, and outspeed it for that matter. But I don't think he's going to allow me that. I don't know if Wastewater kills. Broccolum's going to be better into the Temps he has in the back, so bringing in Mastion now will give me more value. Marbles. Delete marbles. I can't be greedy here and go for Rockfall. I have to try and get the KO on the Mashuk. I really wish I just had like one more stamina regen so I could Goring without OXing. He's playing very safely. If I rockfall here, I think I just win the game. But alas, I did not. Toxic gas. Pain. Did a lot of damage. That is a full squish Tortonite. I don't know how much bulk the Gallus has. I'm hoping it has like none and I can outspeed it. Nice. Huge. Huge. Does it actually matter? No. Oh my goodness, the Water Blade doesn't even kill. Why did they give Tortonite so many stats, guys? They gave the thing more stats than flippin' whatever its name is. Oh, the Stone Ball there was weird. Rockfall would have been better. And then Kapire, they gave it more stats than Kapire, which is not okay. Because Kapire, they gave it so many stats because it's a monotype and they didn't want to give it anything else. Tortonite is a dual type with solid traits, honestly. Alright, we need a critical hit on the Soul Shout and an immunity. Yeah, see, where's Workman at? Telling me that Brockwark would have won me the game. Not even another Soul Shot would kill. Yeah, I needed to click Rockfall on the one turn with Rhoulder. Because then I would have been able to take out Tort faster, I would have KO'd Gialis, and Mashuk would have been running itself out of stamina very quickly. Good game though. That one definitely could have gone either way. I made too many misplays. Way too many misplays. I forgot to switch the scene back again. I'm not even keeping track of the win ratio. I think we got 4 wins in a row, and then we got like three losses in a row. So I think we're like 4-4 right now. But also like this is the scene I was supposed to be on. Oh, am I supposed to push when I keep like I face like 5 stall. My first 5 matches, 4 of them were stall teams. And then, now we're seeing some fun teams, but now I'm actually losing consistently. Yeah, GG, Rorick. Scared of the Goring, I'm a shook even though you were +3 speed. I 100% would have outsped. 100%. You would have had to, unless you're like 270 speed invest, or 270 speed on your Mashuk, but I can't imagine you're invested that much. You didn't take any damage, so I'm sure you're heavy bulk invest. You're 223, yeah, I would outsped you easy. Because after Goring, Rhoulder hits 305, and then Prio, I would have hit 450. Just over. Already seeing yourself in a Rhoulder compilation if it was outsped. If I made a Rhoulder compilation, it would be Earthbreaker. It would be Earthbreaker kills. Just because those are the real highlights. Yeah. And I'd love to actually get some like simple compilations out, or even just I know that people's attention spans aren't real long, so having some content that's like 30 seconds for people to click on and get attention would probably be nice. But editing is not my strong suit, and unless I have those moments clipped, I really don't feel like searching through like hours of my gameplay just to find them. Nox bomb kill reel. Highlight reels, yeah, basically. I mean, if y'all start clipping fun moments, I could maybe do something like that. But if y'all are here for it, it's less exciting. For you guys to see later, but this match we're queued up for will probably be my last tonight. So I will put some. No, I'm probably not going to put any thought into the team before next stream. I'll probably show up to next stream and be like, all right, well, we ended off. I'm right back to where I started. I don't have nearly as much free time as I used to. Like, it's not a problem, but I used to be able to theory craft brain off during my classes and other free time I had during the day, but now during work, it's like I actually gotta focus and do stuff, you know? And so my options when I get home are either, like, theory craft and grind Dragon Quest, or just stream and figure it out from there. So I could have more empty streams or just kind of like relaxing, like team building and like Rhoulder radars in the background, but those definitely aren't as exciting. I know y'all aren't as huge fans of those. So I figure I just do it off stream and keep the on stream stuff primarily to more exciting things, like actual gameplay. And the Luma that's gonna show up because I didn't get to see what I ran into. No. Here for whatever, more of a background stream anyways. Yeah, I think there's a lot of you guys that I can definitely tell enjoy the content. I'm glad you do. But there's also a bunch of lurkers. That only show up for the PvP, which is perfectly fine too. I definitely wouldn't sit. I'm not the type to sit and watch something that's not real exciting, unless it's like maybe during a lunch break or something. You know, like, alright, well, I just need something. Randomized fights within the club today? Yeah, I think if you get a group together for that, that could be a blast for sure. It's another Rhoulder! Should be asleep right now. I mean, you don't have to stay up for the stream, but like, this is the last match too, so. Looked through my stream yesterday, just have no clue what's going on. Yeah, Dragon Quest is definitely an entirely different game, for sure. Not the Cycrox. It's Alley, so we know that this is a Synergy Master Quaish. I'm gonna ban the Platamus, and then we're gonna pick probably. We're gonna pick Mastion for sure, and I'm also tempted to pick Gario with it. Need channel points for team review. I want to add some fun stuff for channel points. I just gotta figure out a good program for it. So maybe you'll see some stuff in the future too. But I would definitely do a team review if you got those points eventually. Like, for this lead, Lawale would be the best ban. But the thing is, he's just gonna spend at least one of she's gonna spend one of these two, knocking out one of my two temps here, and then afterwards, banning Lawale is worse, and the value of the fires goes up. So I can split the value by banning one of the fires, and banning one of the things that counters the lead, which was the Platamus, and then I'm freed up a little bit more. So I'm imagining she's going to target the Mastion. One, because it doesn't have autonomy. Two, it's more threatening to the Lawali, which she insta-picked. Oh, Stampede, Goring, Held Anger. For the Koish moves? Yeah. Koish moves are kind of goofy. I don't know why they gave it Goring. First of all, it's not thematic. Second of all, why are you just slapping priority on it? I really don't like neutral Koish. The re-recruit Harmful Lick, Late Torment, it was cool. I liked it. It might have been too much with... It may have been too much with new Iridescence. I think that's what they were scared of. So I understand why they changed it, but I don't like what they changed it into. My opinion, and I did this in my custom patch notes, drop Goring, give it Humiliating Slap. It'll be the only neutral with Humiliating Slap. It's still thematic enough, and it'd actually give it a synergy option. I think it'd be fun. Like, there's kind of like the meme friendship Humiliating Slap with to get the 15% boost with Paharo. But if you could have a fully evolved Tem that can do the same thing effectively, I think that would be cool. I want to keep Mastion alive. It's good against the Wally, Kapire, and even Rhoulder. But of course, Mooflink has to have marbles, so... Nagai's new Naga and Eerie, yeah. Finally have a new neutral with Prio to pair with Kapire. Have you tried it out? Does it feel good? I thought it was kind of mediocre, below average even. Because they took away some of its damage and speed, so it's not what it used to be. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I'm not used to doing that much damage. I've been facing so many bulky teams that I finally faced like a 500 attack, 500 speed build, and then all of a sudden it's just like, what even is this? Wanted to get rid of the Gary. The Gary is what did it there. It's the fact that this is a 0 HP move flank with and move flank special defense is garbage. It might be like the lowest of all fully evolved Tems now, because they decided to buff Volcranes a whole bunch for no reason. It's bad because it doesn't have water moves. Okay, that makes sense. So it's basically just a second pure neutral, but without. It doesn't really offer anything. It has Electric Storm. Why? Why? That move really doesn't get a whole lot of value, but I does here though. Bet she has 15 HP. Darn 15 HP. Flank's staying in. I don't mind my move flank taking damage, or my Rhoulder at all. It doesn't do a whole lot this game. It would have been kind of nice to counter Gazuma, but that wasn't an option. It's a bait Rhoulder. Who's been the stinker in this team, other than Cycrox? Gario and Mastion as a combo, both getting walled by water, hurts bad. Really? Well, at least she didn't swap into Luwali like I thought she would in the Rhoulder slot, because she was immune. Ah, I didn't even kill the Rhoulder. Pain. Do you prefer Water Jet over Earthbreaker on Gary? I do. Because his Cold Geyser is so super expensive that you don't want to click it most of the time. That wasn't super surprising. That she went for the Rhoulder there. The Rhoulder would have gotten Tardy Rush up had it survived another turn, and her Rhoulder couldn't kill it with any moves that it had. She's gonna swap the Luwali. That's what I'm calling right now. Because it's so obvious to kill the Gario here, but it's also obvious that I'm going to swap. So it'd be better for her to bring in Kapire to threaten out my Broccolum immediately, or Mastion dies. Two electric moves. She doesn't have Last Rush. I don't think she's gonna swap Kapire out. She'll probably just go for an Electric Storm and then Electric Storm and a base jump on Gario. That'd be my guess. She could go for like a Tornado Quetzal, kill Broccolum, and then keep Gazuma alive that way. But what if Tornado plus base jump kills Gario? She actually swapped the Luwali in! I could have killed Kapire. I was so close to making that decision. And then decided against it. Gazuma was definitely the problem there, so it makes sense. It's just, it hurts. It hurts very badly. I don't think I have holds off of Meteorite for Mastion, unfortunately. I do not. I don't have anything off. Yikes. Gosma's probably got enough speed that it'll outspeed me too. I'm resting. Maybe. Oh, she doesn't have base jump. She wants the Electric Storm after the burn tick to kill Gario here. But it doesn't. Maybe a Quetzal kills Gario? It probably does. Yeah, after the burn tick, any fire move, even 4x resist, will definitely kill. I need to survive the Tesla prison and survive it with enough health to take a hit from Kapire. Which I think that's too much to ask for. Unless Kapire OX tier, but I doubt it. Yeah, it was close. I don't even live the Tesla. Oh man, that was way closer. And go for Water Blade. We saw that my Synergy Lava Wave did not outspeed the Gazuma last turn, so there was no reason to go for Water Blade. That one is very close. The perfect calc stamina on the Kapire. Oh no, it didn't matter. I just she played well. She got the swap out on Gazuma when I doubled the Wally slot instead of the Kapire slot was what changed the game. I needed to kill the Kapire there. I didn't know that she was gonna swap for sure. The Gazuma was her win condition, and I guess knowing now that she didn't have base jump on her Kapire, I forgot to switch the thing back again, whatever. Then I probably would have made different decisions knowing that she didn't have the base jump, because she wouldn't, you know. I had a really good end game into her. It's just that she saved Gazuma really well. I'm curious, if she didn't get the Marbles proc on Gario, if I would have won. Makes you wonder, huh? I would have also had more stamina, so I wouldn't have taken as much OX damage. But not even just the stamina, like the 5% health. If I had 5% more health to take that Quetzal, I wonder if I could have. Who knows? Who knows? Gario's pretty tanky. Yeah, I hope, like, Marbles just isn't getting enough attention to get a nerf. Although it 100% does. Too much free value. At least with like the gears that increase damage, like fire chip and res badge and stuff, you have to click a move. You have to click a move to do that. Swapping for 2-Vine turn 1 was a mistake. I don't know. I don't think I could have afforded to take too much damage on Mastion there. It's just, if the turn I lost the game was when I didn't kill the Kapire when she stayed in. That was the turn I lost. Because then I would have ended up with a Lawali Gazuma late game. Brock would be the better swap. You're right. Now I'm trying to think of why I didn't swap in Brock. Oh, I wanted Brock for her Rhoulder. And then I didn't even use it against the Rhoulder. Because 2-Vine wouldn't do anything against Rhoulder. And it was very likely that she was going to swap. She didn't have anything to resist melee. It's just that she happened to have the fire on the board the one time I had Broccolum. But that was her challenge, of staying in with the Kapire. Otherwise, I would have definitely had her. Because if Broccolum survived, like had I double swapped and I knew that she wouldn't attack Gario and I kill the Kapire, then I also could have won that way. So there were multiple routes I could have won, but a lot of it just hinged on me not killing the Kapire. So like I won a couple 50-50s, but she won also just as many. Since she had speed advantage, she was able to make more mistakes. I would have had to get everything perfectly, and I was close. I was so close. I mean, honestly, it was a really good game. It was a really good one. She targeted the Rhoulder and let the Gario survive, which almost yeah, it was fun. Uh, that's gonna be it today though. I played a lot of games, and I have like 45 minutes before I go to sleep, and then I have to go back to another full day of work. We'll do like one more encounter, get up to 100. I think also had an extra turn because of Rockfall. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Too many 50-50s. 100 on the radar is a good place to stop. Fortunately, no Luma. I'd like to be back tomorrow for another stream, but no guarantees. I'll definitely do at least one stream this weekend, I hope. I don't know, it all depends on like what my friends want to do and stuff. So I don't think there's any other big announcements I have. I'm debating on getting another in-depth competitive guides out, but also I'm not real sure. Kind of depends on how I want to distribute my time. So I'll try and like sleep on what I can do for the Cycrox Rhoulder team. Maybe honestly is that I drop Cycrox and I try and make him more of a Rhoulder team. Cycrox's type is really good, but it doesn't do enough damage. Even if I bring Cycrox into say an Oshiara, and I click V-Gust, it only does like probably 45%. I don't think it does half. Maybe it does. Maybe a squishy Oshiara. I don't know. So I might turn it into a full Rhoulder team and drop the Cycrox, unfortunately, and then hope that Cycrox gets changed once Neurotoxins does, and then look forward to that. So that's going to be all from me today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.